Hey guys, and welcome back to American Truck Simulator. Let's get going. We need to visit somewhere where we can sleep first off. Which would be rounding in here, and I want to head over to here and then head to here. That's the way I want to go right now. And this isn't a place that I can pick up any freight anyway, so I'm not too bothered about having to leave this place to go and do stuff. Alright. Let's head out. And this is just a yield, so I'm not too worried about it. God, I always swing out so far. I would love to get myself a controller for this, a wheel and some pedals. I might actually price that up. Might price it up. Bakersfield. Yeah, might price up a wheel and some pedals because that would be awesome. Alright. Right, let's get going and fill ourselves up. We don't really need to fill ourselves up. We've got, what is it? 700 miles left on the fuel tank. But we might as well. There's no point getting a super urgent delivery and then not having enough fuel in the tank to do the delivery. So it only makes sense. I hope someone mods it so that we can go to any one of these fuel spots and fill up. As opposed to having to go to the far left one constantly. That would be nice. Boop boop boop. We're still in a hole by 4 grand, but it's nice that my bank account still lets me, that my bank still lets me take money. I don't know, I don't know how far this rabbit hole goes, but it's definitely farther than I want it to. Though we're already in deeper than we're definitely already in deeper than I want to be. Ah, beautiful. Yeah, it's a bit of a rough one. Bit of a ruffian. Right, we can hang a left here, and that'll allow us to go and rest. And fuck are you. Right, let's have a check of this. We'll watch for this light changing. Oh, we could just watch for that one changing. I've already explained this in one of the previous episodes as to why you wait until that one changes. Okay. I don't know why, but apparently they were all waiting on me. Pretty interesting. Well, I'll just do what I normally do. I'll just walk across here and go for a wee sleep. You're getting some rest. Is that 12 hours worth of sleep that I just got there? Fucking hell. Job market, the freight market. Somewhere in Bakersfield. That's 25 bucks. I'm like, it's $23, but it's a fragile and an important, so we're gonna get like extra bonuses. But nah, man, 25. I can't really say no to $25 a mile. An extra $5 on what I was getting off of stuff just before, so I'm pretty happy with that. Am I going to get to go yet? I don't know what it is that I'm going to be. That's not actually oh, I haven't actually picked up a job yet. Right, now I need to turn left at the next set of traffic lights. Currently breaking the speed limit, so my god, really. Overtaking maneuver. Probably an illegal overtake there, but whatever. That guy was Yeah, I was in the wrong there. I should have slowed down. But yes. That guy! Fucking dick. Want to drive, yes, screw. Okay. Let's get going. Yeah, you're turning left. Why is your fucking turning light red? Why is your turning light red? It's just ridiculous. I'm going to overtake him, watch this. Am I? Yeah. There's no cops here now, scrub. Can't get done for speeding. So crazy. I hope someone's keeping a tally of the amount of times that I've been done for speeding and the amount of points that I got on my license. Actually, I don't know if that's the way that the American license system works, where you get points when you do naughty things. Alright, let's take this job. We're going to LA. What the hell is this? Oh, it's pressure tanks again. We've already done this before. It's the Moonshiners. Some LA socialite has been watching that Moonshiners TV show, and they've been like, "Oh, you know what would be so droll if I started making my own moonshine." So they've some rich bastards just ordered in a load of pressure tanks. They're like, "Yes, I'm going to make my own moonshine with hookers and blackjack, or blackjack and hookers." Where's that from? Out of interest. Like, where's that come from? I bet someone knows. Someone will know where that originated. The blackjack and hookers thing. I kind of feel daft for not knowing. I always feel daft when I don't know. When I don't know things that I use, like origins of sayings that I use. I like etymology. Etymology is interesting. But I feel like I'm just using sayings like that because, not because they're intelligent or witty, but because it's just it's something that people do, and that makes me sad. I don't know, I'm not normally one of those people, but I don't know. Blackjack and hookers, that's a good one. It's a fucking good one. Ooh, I thought I was just going to clip the corner there, but I didn't. Back up to 30. There we go. I was just thinking there about etymology and sayings and stuff. I was thinking about different sayings and stuff that, like colloquialisms, and in one of the recent Factorial Some Assembly Required videos with Arumba, Arumba and I had a chat about colloquialisms, and he was getting all salty about the bastardization of the English language, which is funny coming from an American, but okay. The sort of sidewalks, the pavement, etc. Which I've got no problem, like whatever. That's just what you fucking call it. The reason for language is to communicate something, and if you get all butthurt by the fact that something's different, yet it still communicates the exact same, that people can still understand the meaning of what you've just said, then yeah, like whatever. The example that I gave was using the word decimate to be synonymous with destroy something, and he was like, yeah, well that's not the word, that's a complete bastardization of the word, it means to reduce it by a tenth. It's like, yeah, but if you say decimate and someone else is like, oh yeah, it means he destroyed it, then that gets your point across. Like you meant to convey the point that it was destroyed, and you used the word decimate, and the person who you were talking to understood the fact that that's what you meant. So where's the problem with it? The more interesting fact coming from the word decimate is that if you use the word decimate to mean reduce by a tenth, and you say that to someone in that context, if you say it to mean reduce by a tenth, depending on who it is you say that to, they might not understand what you're fucking meaning. They might think you're meaning to destroy. And surely that means that you, like, the failure of the usage of English language is upon you because you're not conveying your point properly in what you're trying to say, because you're trying to be a dick and use a word, yes, the way it's classically supposed to be, but the way it's not been used in hundreds of years. Obviously there's fringe outliers, but not used in popular society, let's put it that way. So yes, the next time you get into an argument over semantics, then like, and someone's being a pedant's being an arsehole about the fact that you didn't use a word in precisely the correct way, then just fucking remind them that language is supposed to communicate points. That's what it's used for. It's used for the communication between multiple people. And if that annoys them that you manage to get across your point but in slightly the wrong way, then they can get the fuck. At least that's the way I like to live. The thing is, the point I was trying to get across to Roomba, which I don't think he quite understood, was that there's nothing wrong with using the word decimate to mean completely destroy, just the exact same way as there's nothing wrong with me speaking to another Glaswegian person and saying "gi's a score," which means give me £20. Like, it's like they understand that that when I say a score, I mean a £20 note. Like, I don't know, it's kind of weird. It's like, I would say a score to, if someone says how much does it cost, and I say a score, to an American, they'd be like, what the fuck is a score? Like, what? I need to, like, go onto a football pitch or a soccer pitch and score a goal before I can buy it? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Whereas in Glasgow, a score is a £20 note, so swings and roundabouts, really. Just the evolution of language, and people need to fucking get used to it. Don't get me wrong, I was still annoyed when selfie got put into the OED, but whatever. If it's being used in English language, then surely it should be in the English language book. OED is in the Oxford English Dictionary. I understand that the Americans use the Merriam-Webster. But once again, swings and roundabouts. I don't understand that saying either. I need to find out the I need to have a look at the etymology of swings and roundabouts, because that's a bit of a weird one. Swings and roundabouts. It's like, I don't even know if that makes sense in an American context either. But obviously swings. Yeah, you guys don't have a strange name for swings. But yeah, like swings and roundabouts are supposed to be two things that are the same. Like, that's why you say it. You're like, it swings and roundabouts, like, whatever, it's like the same type of thing. But swings and roundabouts really aren't the same. They aren't the same type of thing either. Ugh, God knows. Language is weird. I'm in no means a linguist. And, oh, here's another thing. I've went on about this before. I went on about this in one of my EU4 campaigns. About vocabulary and profanity. And one of the old sayings is that anyone who profanes has a diminished vocabulary. I don't want to turn right here, because actually, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to turn right here, because there's no little sign saying I couldn't. I think that's what that sign is. I think it's the little traffic light sign. But yeah, sorry. One of the old sayings is that someone that swears a lot has a lower vocabulary, because they instead choose to swear. They choose to swear instead of choosing to. Maybe it's the T-junction sign. They choose to swear instead of choosing to use a different word. It's like, what? I choose to swear because swearing conveys the correct meaning and what I'm trying to say. Obviously, I swear a lot, and I swear a lot more than most people. But that doesn't mean that I've got a diminished vocabulary, not in any stretch of the imagination. I didn't even fucking touch him there, policeman. Get the fuck, I'm just going to run over this fucking bonnet now. Twat. Funny that I'm talking about profanity just when I say something like that. But that's like 1,800 bucks. Fuck! Obviously, I swear a lot more than your average John Doe out there swears, but like I said, it doesn't by any stretch of the imagination mean that I've got a lower vocabulary. To be honest, I've probably got a lot higher, a lot better vocabulary than most people. It's one of those things that you have to remember is that it's very easy to learn big words and to use a lot of big words. Are you fucking for real here, son? Fucking idiot. It's very easy to learn big words and to use big words. It's just a matter of repetition, and you can learn it you can learn fucking anything pretty easily as a matter of repetition. But yeah, like most of the time, if you use big words, and this all goes back to using language properly. If you use big words, then you're not using language properly. You're not using language as a means to convey a thought or a feeling or a subject. You're using language just to make yourself look like a twat, essentially. Because if you use big words and the person you're speaking to doesn't understand big words, then the only thing that you're serving to do is make yourself look stupid, because your fucking meaning is never going to be conveyed, because they won't fucking understand you. So you've got to think about that whenever you decide that you want to use big words to make yourself look intelligent. Because it doesn't fucking work. You just end up looking like a dick. Life advice with Steejo. Don't be a dick. Oh, I can't even say that. God. This is like fucking language time with Steejo. Jesus fuck. There's another interesting thing about language, or rather the language that I use. I say Jesus and God, whereas I'm not religious in the slightest. See, that's got a it's got a little traffic lights thing. He ain't turning right. It did though. I don't understand. I don't understand what it is. Fuck. Oh. I'm sorry. Oh, I took that too tight there. I know I should have swung out. Yeah, I'm not religious at all, yet I use Jesus and God, which is probably, I suppose it kind of makes sense, because I'm blaspheming whenever I say, whenever don't take God's name in vain, that type of thing. And so I suppose it kind of makes sense that I'm not religious, even though I use these, I pull these terms. But let's not get into any sort of religion rant here, Stager. This is probably not the time nor the place. They say that the best way to lose friends is talk about politics or religion. I'm inclined to disagree, but I kinda am. If you can't talk politics with a friend, and both speak about what you believe, then they're probably not a proper friend. Like, if you can't talk politics with someone, like if you talk politics with someone, you end up falling out over it, then yeah, they're probably not a good fucking friend to you. Oh right, obviously we're going to Gallon with these pressure tanks. That would make a lot more sense than my previous hypothesis of a socialite wanting to be a moonshiner. Where do you want it? Okay, I can do that. That's fine. How long did we have on this? Only another hour. Oh yeah, it was an expedited delivery. The thing is, you do expedited deliveries and you have to do them in a sitting. Like you can't rest. Like your guy can't rest, so you need to make sure you're well rested for it. You do any other delivery and like you do a regular delivery and it's fine. Like you don't need to be rested at all. Alright. Because you can rest on the job is what I mean. Like you can rest while you're delivering the cargo. Okay, and straighten up. That's funny that I was just talking about like when they want it delivered. And it's like now. Well, not now, I've got an hour. Or was it like an hour 40 or something when we start getting the cool tunes? I don't really mind the cool tunes, like I actually pretty And I like them. Let's see. No, we're almost at level 6 as well. Let's go back out because I don't think I got a screenshot this episode. That's a nice one. F2, F3. There we go. Sweet. Alright guys, but that's going to have to do us for this episode, so do remember that if you've enjoyed the episode to drop a like down below and subscribe if you want to see more in the future. But I've been Stitcher, you've been awesome, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.